by repeated clips in the social media referring to photographs and the name of the deceased.
Videos, reels.
Besides these clips, videos have also proliferated in the social media. The earlier order of this court shall, it is clarified, not be confined only to Wikipedia, but shall apply in relation to all
intermediaries.
And to reiterate, there shall be, to reiterate, no intermediary shall allow or carry the publication of the name of the deceased, her identity, photographs, or videos, either pertaining to the incident at the RG Kaur Medical College or otherwise.
Please, minutes.
So that's a preventive order. As far
on the request of the court, the Solicitor General has stated that the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, into brackets MIT, shall nominate a nodal officer to whom any communication in relation to the unauthorized uploading of content or information pertaining to the deceased can be intimated, so that necessary action can be taken with the intermediary concerned for pulling down such publication or dissemination.
I'm grateful, minutes.
So we need to go a step ahead and let the Ministry of Information Technology lay down some due diligence guidelines for the future also. After all, these incidents may happen, may recur. So let the ministry, since we are taking up this...
There must be something, Manoj. If there is none, we will take care.
MIT may also consider laying down guidelines.
There are some, Manoj.
Guidelines to govern such cases consistent with the judgments of this court and the governing provisions of law.
But as regards the police commissioner, his infraction already, which amounts to a criminal act under 72.
My learned friend agrees there also says that there is a guideline in
There is a legal system in place. There's an empowerment under sections of the IT Act and rules framed thereunder. There's no need for further directions from this court, not because it can go to the other extreme of censorship. One has to be very careful.
Nobody is
exactly.
Nobody is now on censorship.
We'll delete that last sentence from today's order. If there is some deficiency pointed out to us on the next occasion, we'll then supplant.
So the Calcutta High Court, came up.
Mr. Lord, if I may request your Lordship to direct the registrar of this court to give wide publicity to this order, this particular order passed today, so that the general public is put to notice.
It would get wide publicity.
That I understand, but
as a matter of fact, it might end up defaming the girl more.
It's not true, Mr. Mehta. The general public needs to be put to notice. Not everybody reads judgments of this court.
I don't think, Manoj, that may be necessary. That might end up, Manoj, defaming the...
This part we'll move on from.
Just one last point.
Before, Mr. Solicitor, you got the latest report of the CCI.
Yes.
Let's see the aspect.
But just one point. Because the Calcutta High Court was seized of a couple of petitions, one of which I appeared in last time, where the petitioner is seeking monitoring of an FIR to be lodged. Till today, no FIR has been lodged against the police commissioner, then police commissioner, who on emerging from the hospital, reveals the identity of the lady. He reveals the identity. Now, those petitions are pending, but the Calcutta High Court said, we don't know whether the Supreme Court is going to take up that matter as well. Please get us a clarification whether we can deal with this matter. But it's, Lordship, strictly speaking, are dealing with the faults in the investigation, the deficiencies in the investigation, etc. This is an ancillary issue where somebody has already committed a crime. Whether it's going to be part of that, your Lordship will just decide.
Put it to Mr. Dwivedi now.
30th, 30. आप नाम भी लिख श्वेता, एक मिनट मिस्टर मेहता को दिखा दो। ये श्वेता नाम
I'm only bringing it to the attention that this is, as my lord said, proliferating. If there is a nodal person appointed by the Union of India, it would then be someone we can contact or pass on the information for them to take action in accordance with law.
Mr. Solicitor, what you can do is that you can just identify, maybe in the cybercrime unit of the Ministry of Home Affairs or any appropriate agency, one nodal person who can be available for anybody to say that, well, this is the key.
It would be, my lord, it may not be Ministry of Home Affairs, it would be IT.
IT.
MeitY, my lord, we'll give my lord one nodal officer.
So that you can duly publicize it, and in which case, any clip which has to be pulled down,
Yes.
that intimation can be given by email or whatever to that particular
There is a system.
portal. Just put it into place and
Certainly.
My
No,
lord,
just the-
one line of in an order might be required because on the last occasion, para 7 speaks specifically to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
What my lords had said in Shreya Singhal, and I was before my lords in that matter, is that takedowns can only happen by court order.
So we've passed that order.
Yes, my lords. Yes.
We've already passed
Yes.
that order.
Well, coming back to the
No,
police.
my lord, that may be passed then in today's order.
Last order.
That was
very-
specific.
Specifically on Wikipedia, my lord.
Wikipedia, not
Only vis-a-vis
Just say
Wikipedia.
any intermediary.
the parents of the parents of the deceased
This is
have been disconcerted by repeated clips in the social media referring to photographs and the name of the deceased.
Videos, my lords. Reels.
Besides these clips, videos have also proliferated in the social media. The earlier order of this court shall, it is clarified, not be confined only to Wikipedia, but shall apply in relation to all
Intermediaries.
intermediaries, and to reiterate, there shall be, to reiterate, no intermediary shall allow or carry the publication of the name of the deceased, her identity, photographs, or videos, either pertaining to the incident at the RG Kaur Medical College or otherwise.
Please, members.
so that's a preventive order. As far
On the request of the court, the Solicitor General has stated that the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, into brackets MeitY, shall nominate a nodal officer to whom any communication in relation to the unauthorized uploading of content or information pertaining to the deceased can be intimated, so that necessary action can be taken with the intermediary concerned for pulling down such publication or dissemination.
I'm grateful, members.
So,
We need to go a step ahead and let the Ministry of Information Technology lay down some due diligence guidelines for the future also. After all, these incidents may happen, may recur. So let the ministry, since we are taking up this.
There must be something, my lord. If there is none, we will take care.
MeitY may also consider laying down guidelines.
There are some, my lord. There are some.
Guidelines to govern such cases consistent with the judgments of this court and the
If
governing
not
provisions of law.
But as regards the police commissioner,
Exists.
his infraction already, which amounts to a criminal act under 72.
My learned friend agrees that also says that there is a guideline in place.
There is a legal system in place. There's an empowerment under sections of the IT Act and rules framed thereunder. There's no need for further directions from this court, my lord, because
All right.
it can go to the other extreme of censorship.
sentence,
One has to be very careful.
Yeah, no, nobody is.
Exactly.
Nobody is now on censorship.
We'll delete that last sentence from today's order. If there is some deficiency pointed out to us on the next occasion,
Please,
we'll
my
then
lord.
supplant
We'll do
it.
that.
So the Calcutta High Court,
Just one
matter
second,
came up.
Mr.
Yes.
Rani. My lord, if I may request your lordship to direct the registrar of this court to give wide publicity to this order, this particular order passed today.
I bow down, my lords. That's why I'm not making that. I'm only bringing it to the attention that this is, as my lord said, proliferating. If there is a nodal person appointed by the Union of India, it would then be someone we can contact or pass on the information for them to take action in accordance with law.
Mr. Solicitor, what you can do is that you can just identify, maybe in the cybercrime unit of the Ministry of Home Affairs or any appropriate agency, one nodal person who can be available for anybody to say that, well, this is the key.
It would be, my lord, it may not be Ministry of Home Affairs, it would be IT.
Meti.
IT.
Meti, my lord, we'll give the, my lord, one nodal office.
So that you can
If
you can duly publicize it, and in which case, you know, any clip which has to be pulled down,
Yes.
that intimation can be given by email or whatever to that particular
There is a system.
portal. Just put it into place and
Certainly.
My
No,
lord,
just the-
one line of in an order might be required because on the last occasion, para 7 speaks specifically to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
What my lords had said in Shreya Singhal, and I was before my lords in that matter, is that takedowns can only happen by court order.
So we've passed that order.
Yes, my lords. Yes.
We've already passed
Yes.
that order.
Well, coming back to the
No,
police.
my lords, that may be passed then in today's order.
Last order, it's
That was
very-
specific.
Specifically on Wikipedia, my lord.
Wikipedia, not
Only vis-a-vis
Just say
Wikipedia.
any intermediate.
My lord, has the IPDR report?
Barrister, Solicitor, just one thing, please tell him. The injuries seem to have been accentuated by the fact that she was wearing braces and her glasses. How is it that she was wearing glasses at that particular point? Was she attacked when she was asleep? Or
She
had
was
woke-
asleep, my lord. Yeah.
Then how is it that she was wearing her glasses?
My lords, you can just doze off, you can lie down.
Was the body found with glasses on?
No,
Because ask CBI to give me
Glasses were not on.
because
the Caesar list,
no.
the Caesar list of the particular day says that the glasses were broken.
Yes.
And were found lying beside her
Yes. The mattress.
on the mattress.
Mattress.
Have not removed it, my lord, because of the fatigue and she may have gone to sleep.
My lord, another thing is whether the CBI has yet submitted the IPDR report, because that is being the game changer for your lordships to understand what was the traffic, the internet traffic that was going on between the accused,
It's already been.
the victim, and it's a detailed report because it's called the Internet Protocol Detailed Report. Now, before what happened was that the investigating agencies did not have much of a
So
problem.
the traffic between the accused,
It can be anything.
Right.
Yeah. Basically, the data is collected from the particular service provider. After it is collected, then it is
We
analyzed.
have recovered. I
It is
see.
all.
No, not recovery. I want the report. What does the report say? Because it
obviously, you know,
analyze.
they are following up those.
Yes.
Data. Let us only say that they have, solicitors said that they have recovered that data. They are following up further investigating that.
Now, the second is whether, I do not know whether they have again examined Debashish Som, who happens to be one of the main persons concerned, because he was first examined, then he went into a hospital, he was released on the 12th of September.
Who's Devashish Som?
He is the main person with regard to the forensic. If there's any blotch-up being done with regard to the forensic report, squarely it goes to the North Bengal lobby and to this person.
No,
called
no,
Debashish.
Devashish Som.
He's part of the forensics of
He
RG.
has been examined.
He was examined prior to 12. Then he went, of a panic attack, he went into hospital. I think that's what newspaper reports
He
say.
was an employee of the Calcutta police, or?
No, he's a doctor from RG Corps.
Yes.
He's a forensic doctor from RG Corps. And who happens to be very close to the person, Molai, Banerjee or Chatterjee, I don't remember, and the main person who was the head.
Devashish Som in this status report?
I don't think, my lord, I didn't get the name.
Just 1 second.
No. Still no.
mentioned here, he was examined before hospitalization. And my lord, I may not, my lord, right now say much on that.
The report states anything about one person called Dr. Chandan Sen and whether his case file has been studied. Why it assumes great significance is that this Chandan Sen belonged to Ranaghat Municipal Hospital. He was murdered in the year 2003. Same fact. He was murdered, she was murdered. What was the racket involved? The racket involved was with regard to fake medicine. Medicine being sent out. And there was also a Bangladeshi module as per the reports of that point of time. As far as RG Core is concerned, there is also a Bangladeshi module whereby the bio waste was being sent into Bangladesh.
Sir, I would request my learned friend, rather than, my lord, detailing
Because
this in
Chandan Sen
let him write down and give it to me in a.
We have already permitted anybody who wants to furnish any information.
No, they give me in a sealed cover and I send them in a sealed condition.
My lord,
It cannot be appropriate to discuss it loudly. You just write it down and give it to me in a sealed cover. It would immediately be given to the CBI.
There's no need. There are motives.
This particular doctor, why Calcutta is burning today? Because this particular doctor is the accused person who were convicted. Then in the appellate court, they were acquitted. Before this honorable court also, because the evidence collected was such that even before this honorable court, the acquittal stood. And that is the reason why all the elderly people, because this happened 21 years back, and that Dr. Chandan Sen's memory is what ignites the elderly people of Kolkata to come onto the streets.
My lords, we have
on
handed
the
our
last
papers.
occasion, my lord, I had given some names. I had said I would give names of persons who were present at the scene of the crime on the invitation of the principal of the college, who had nothing to do with the college, nor were they on duty at that time. They arrived even before the police arrived on the scene. And we have reason to guess.
Seven names? 7 names?
I have 4 names. I don't have 7 names.
Jaising, that's a part of the report of the CBI.
Yes, Lord, with their designations, some of them are elected members of the West Bengal Medical Council. So this is the reason why we are arguing that this is not just a plain and simple murder and rape. There are many more people involved in the incident that has taken place.
All that we'd like to say right now is that the report by the CBI does specifically advert to this. So let's leave it at that because we are further probing.
I did not mention the names in open court. 2 of them I did give to the Solicitor General. There are 2 more which I will forward to him in sealed
My
cover.
lords, on the next occasion, there is a priority, my lords, with regard to
In
this
fact, Solicitor, your report at Roman 9 at page 6.
No, on this, my lord,
On this at page 6.
yes. Page 6 and 7. Where my learned friend, Miss Jaisingh's, my lord,
That sentence, all of them,
yes,
so on and so forth.
My
and
lords,
so and so, they belong to so and so, and also members of.
Fair enough, fair enough.
my lords, just one thing with regard to this is that a lot of these people who have been mentioned, I am told, in the CBI report with regard to financial irregularities, but also being present at the scene of the crime when they had no business to be, many of them are in positions of power even
today.
And this is what is contributing to the threat culture, the enabling of threats, my lords. So, if they could be, based on a prima facie appreciation of the status reports and the CBI investigation, sought to be suspended temporarily from their positions until the investigation is over.
Milord, this is one of the prayers. Milord, this is one of the prayers which we have made in an application file before the court, which I would like to address you on. Milord, today, repeatedly, it has been said that the doctors are not going back to work. The first statement I wish to make is the state of West Bengal has acknowledged in its reply that we are all back at work. No. I would like that statement. One second. Yes, it is. No, Mr. Mehta, it is linked. I'm trying to explain what accounts for the 51-day delay in their going back to work. I'm making a statement. I made a commitment on the last date of hearing that they will hold a general body and take a decision to go back to work. I am discharging that obligation by making a statement in writing that they have all gone back to work, and the state of West Bengal has acknowledged that in a reply filed by them today. So that issue, my lord, can be put to rest. No. Secondly, my lord, now the question is, what about the repetition of what happened last time? It is in that context that we say that the people who are being investigated by the CBI, 7 in number, are still in employment. And all that we are requesting is, this is the reason they didn't go back, because these people who are under investigation are still in employment in Archicor. And we only request temporary suspension of these people pending the inquiry, so that we can go back there with a sense of confidence that they will not target us. Lord, I know an undertaking has been given, and I make a statement, we've not been targeted. I've made that statement, my lord. But how does one expect them to work in the same college when the same people who are under investigating are still, Lord, in positions of power? Therefore, only they should be suspended. Lord, I know that no disciplinary action can be taken against them until a proper inquiry is held. But surely, my Lord, they can be suspended to inspire that confidence.
Let's hear Mr. Dwivedi. Yes,
so that's what we have not in this language, but we have hinted at that, my lord, that if your lordship comes to page 7, just, my lord, at the top of the page, doctors belonging to so-and-so and also members of so-and-so, they claim that they tried to pacify the agitating trainee doctors. However, the agitating trainee doctors allege that aforementioned doctors were working on behalf of administration and also obstructing protests. Further investigation is.
Let's leave aside the protest. We are not
restricted to RG. It's not restricted to RG. No. The people in positions of power are in positions of power with regard to the medical examinations, the examination board, the corporation that takes tenders, and the West Bengal Medical Council, my lords.
Mr. Solicitor, by the next date of listing, this is something on which you must apprise the court. I mean, who are the people, even on, forget whether they were involved in any conspiracy to hush up the murder, or that's a very important aspect, but keep that aside for a moment. Are there any people presently who are under investigation, who are in positions of authority in the hospital, against whom there is an allegation of involvement in financial irregularities?
Or my lord, with the crime.
Or with
both.
The first
inside
crime.
and outside the hospital.
With cover up and the financial irregularities.
Both are crimes.
Both are
Either of the crimes or both of the crimes.
So let us know, because then...
So let CBI indicate, my lord, to us, my lord, who are those people, and we'll, my lord, then take...
No, we'll give them the names and we'll give them the names, there's no problem.
Mr. Solicitor, ultimately any action has to be taken by the state government as the disciplinary authority. For us to issue a direction of a general nature right now without being in possession of full facts would be really to take over that jurisdiction of a disciplinary authority. So I think it would be appropriate if at this level at least there is some sharing of information.
Yes.
With the state government, so that then they can, because suppose they were to take action and there is a petition challenging that action, the first question would be, what is the basis on which you have acted? Second, of course, you can suspend in anticipation of a disciplinary inquiry, but they must have some material. Have you, as a state government, have you taken any call on any disciplinary action against
Well,
any
we
other
were told
person.
about 5 doctors, they have been, my lord, suspended, action have been taken. Rest, if CBI, as and when they tell us, my lord, something specific against them or that they have been made accused, because investigation is very wide.
Who are the 5 doctors in RG Corps whom you have suspended?
Who are the 5 persons? I'm sorry.
The recommendation is with the head of the postmortem is supposed to be the head of the threat culture.
Sir, there are many more than that.
And
My lord, we
just an
are
RG.
willing to share the names with the state of West Bengal. And my lord, if they are not suspended, they can at least be asked to proceed on leave during this pendency of the CBI inquiry. Because, my lord, otherwise we'll be told again and again, you're protesting, you're not going back to work. My lord, it's been a big effort convincing them to go back to work. We've succeeded and they have gone back to work. But the reason I'm raising this issue is, my lord, I don't want to come back to the court and say it's happening all over again. So let them just go on leave. I will give the names.
Please
My
give
lord.
the names to the
Yeah,
CBI.
no,
And I will give the names as well, my lord.
Chief Justice is saying it's for the state.
Mr. Saidip?
Please, my application 213387 is specifically on this issue on behalf of doctors working across the state of West Bengal, where we have named specific individuals who are involved as part of the so-called mafia, syndicate, nexus, whatever my lord seems to call it. But this is the specific issue that we have identified, that the underlying motivation and the interstate nexus, not intrastate nexus, which is singularly responsible for what has ultimately happened, needs to be investigated. We have identified individuals in our application. That is the application number 213387. So
Now,
we will share
presently,
those
we are
details.
looking, right. Presently, we are looking at 2 aspects of RG Corps.
Please.
One, the actual incident which took place,
Please.
and the issue of financial irregularities.
This goes beyond our
Now-
it's the entire.
Does go beyond RG, my lord.
Absolutely.
No, my lord, today it's a question of
Just one
doctors
second.
going back to work.
The only question is that today, if we expand the investigation across other hospitals,
Please.
then we'll be in a situation where CBI will be left with an impossible situation. We are focusing on RG Corps, but rest assured, thereafter we'll see on what further to do. You have moved that application, that's important. At this stage, I think what you can do is, you can, Mr. Solicitor, you can look at the, IA, so that, if there is any further, if there is a need for broadening the investigation, you can apprise the court, and then we can pass whatever supportive orders are necessary to effectuate that purpose.
Sir.
So if this is a part of a broader nexus, either intra or interstate, then certainly this is a matter which we'll have to entrust to the CBI, of course. But before we do that, we must have some concrete material
Yes, sir.
from
We shall,
the applicants
examine
and we
their-
must share with the CBI.
No,
Appointed.
because we have been cautious in sharing the material because of the investigation is pending. I said, I have it in writing, but I'm not mentioning
Because
the names.
they are not going to take action because of the various doctors or groups of doctors or associations who are coming up with their own grievances and ask
No,
for here and there. Just a minute, please. On the last occasion, my lord, when the doctors association met, my lord, the CM, the Chief Minister, my lord, then they requested transfer of the Commissioner Police, the DC North, the Director Medical Education and Director Health Service, all of them have been transferred. my lord,
They
from there.
wanted resignation,
Now-
my lords.
Now resignation, dismissal, removal, so that's the whole problem.
But he was given a,
No, my lord, no.
the commissioner of police
It's
was
just that,
given a promotion.
for an inquiry, that somebody, suppose that is challenged.
That was the plea, my lord. The resignation was
That,
the plea.
would that even stand? It has to be
Demand.
action which is.
And this is what they want.
We are not making any such demands. Let them go and leave.
Just allow me.
Advance, my lord.
Now, this is all of them signed it, but this is what they gave to us. We gave it to your
My
lordship.
lord,
at the last
may I
occasion.
just, your lordship will.
Now, further, my lords, as and when, my lord, the CBI gives us, my lord, any information about any person, my lord, however high or low, of having been involved, my lord, in something, or that, my lord, his presence is not required, he should be removed, or he will be action will be
I
taken
would only
against them.
request, my lord,
No difficulty.
I would request, my lord, them to give me those names in a sealed cover. I will pass it on to CBI.
No, unto the state.
Just one. A fourth status report dated 30 September 2024 by the DIG, head of branch, Special Crime -1 CBI, has been submitted to the court. Full stop. The status report indicates the leads on the investigation, which are being followed up by the CBI. and the steps which have been taken in the course of the investigation. Next. During the course of the hearing, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the resident doctors have submitted their concerns to the effect that, uske pehle, I just don't say that learned counsel, without full stop. At this stage, it would be inappropriate, at this stage, where the investigation is in progress, it would not be appropriate to set down the details of the investigation or the leads which are being followed by the CBI, since that would compromise the status and effectiveness of the investigation. Full stop. At the same time, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, don't say at the same time, the CBI, as it appears before the court, is conducting an investigation on two facets. First, the alleged rape and murder which took place on 9 August 2024 at Ajikor Medical College and Hospital. And second, the allegations in regard to financial irregularities, which was also entrusted for the investigation of the CBI by the orders of the Division Bench of the Calcutta High Court. Full stop. Whether each of these are completely disconnected features, or whether there is a relationship between the two, is a matter again of investigation by the CBI. Full stop. During the course of the hearing, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the resident doctors as well as their associations have drawn attention to the fact that several persons against whom there are serious allegations of misdemeanor in the medical college and hospital are still occupying positions of responsibility. Full stop. The status report which has been submitted by the CBI indicates that several of these aspects are still under investigation. Stop. Responding to the submission of the doctors to the effect that the persons in positions of responsibility at the medical college and hospital should either be suspended or be directed to proceed on leave is a matter which will require examination by the state government as the appointing and disciplinary authority. Full stop. Mr. Rakesh Dwivedi, learned senior counsel appearing on behalf of the state of West Bengal, has submitted that if the CBI would share with the state government such preliminary material which would indicate the complicity of any persons in positions of authority, the state government will duly take necessary action in accordance with law, consistent with the service rules and regulations. Full stop. That apart, in the event that it appears that the irregularities which are noticed in the context of the Ajikor Medical College and Hospital cover not just the hospital in question, hospital and medical college in question, but extend to other such institutions within the state, within or outside the state,
So
the court may be, the investigating team of the CBI may be informed along the modalities which have already been prescribed by the earlier orders of this court. Thereafter, the court may take a call on what further directions to the CBI would be required to ensure that the investigation covers other aspects which may travel beyond the incidents which have taken place at the Ajikor Medical College and Hospital.
I have a request to make.
Just record the IN number.
Now, sorry,
I have one request,
the fresh application being IA number
213387 of 2024.
213387
87.
of 2024, which has been filed in that regard,
Please.
is taken on the file.
Great.
Full stop. Details of the IA may be shared with the investigating officers of the CBI, investigating officers.
My lord, your lordship may kindly record. My lord,
My IA number
request-
Because I have one
request.
request.
Now, just 1 second. Now,
I have one
a little bit time for Mr. Dwivedi. Mr. Dwivedi, between the last order and this order, today's hearing, what steps have been taken by the state of West Bengal
Yes.
for the installation of CCTV cameras?
We have filed an F.
2, for providing additional security. 3, for constructing duty rooms, which are separate from male and female doctors, for construction of toilets, for providing biometric access to critical areas of hospitals. What steps, what is the present improvement in the?
We have filed an affidavit, my lord, today, my lords, in the morning.
What have you
Now-
done?
My lord, we have shown the progress, my lord, in that, but we need some more time, my lord, to complete the task. Kindly have paragraph 8,
At page?
page 5. There have been some logistical delays, not because of release of funds and all that. Otherwise,
floods
and
and floods in
massive floods.
the state of the.
You have to take
Still-
action now. How many new CCTV cameras have been installed? Tell us
Because
that.
we mentioned CC at page 5, my lord, your lordship, paragraph 8, last bottom, my lord.
Is it
6178 were to be installed, my lord. 26% have been installed, my lord, up till, and remaining we are likely to complete by 10th of October, my lord. And so far as RG core is concerned, it is at paragraph 11.
Here's that no part of the work is above 50%. Duty rooms, 49%.
That's right.
Washrooms, 40%. Lighting arrangements, 33%. CCTV installation, 26%. Why is the progress so tardy? Because, I mean,
Because
we have
of-
been monitoring this now for since 9th of August. We are
Because tender, etc., had to be floated because of all those, but we are like, we'll complete all this, my lord, by maximum 15th October, my lord.
You have said 31st of October, completed by 15th of October now.
I'm saying 15th. I've told them, my lord, myself, they wanted time to be 31st so that we don't have to revert back for more time. But I want your lordships to post it by 15th October, my lord, so that by that time, my lord, we can give your lordships, most of the work will be completed, my lords. And so far RG core is concerned, my lord, duty room, my lord, tenders, etc. have matured, but we have to take
Who's
permission from
looking after
CBI.
that? Who is now the principal at the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital today? Has somebody been appointed?
Yes.
Dr. Manas Banerjee.
He's come from outside or he was a doctor within actually?
He's from Bengal only. No,
No, but he was within RG Kaur or he's come in from some
he
other-
was 4 years back, he has been in RG
He
core.
was principal of Barasat Medical College.
Which medical college?
Barasat Medical College.
Barasat Medical College.
And later on, sir, he was, after this incident, we reviewed his reputation. I knew him. So he was earlier MSVP of RGKR almost 4 years back, very efficient officer. So we got him back as a principal because he was already promoted. And one of our
He's from
best
Barasat, he's not-
MSVP, Dr. Saptarshi Chatterjee, who was there in Bangla Medical College. We also got him. He's a young guy. He has developed quite a good reputation and comfort with the resident doctors. And both of them are very well educated within the.
I see.
Lordship, let's find
So you are the health.
He's the principal secretary, my lord, health.
The Principal Secretary Health of Government of West Bengal, who is present in the course of the hearing, has informed the court that following the incident which took place on 9th August 2024, the state government has brought in 2 officers as the principal of the medical college and hospital and as the medical superintendent and vice principal. Full stop. These officers are bracket 1,
Professor Dr. Manas Banerjee.
Professor Dr. Manas Banerjee, who was earlier working as the who was earlier posted as principal at the
Barasat Medical College.
at Barasat Medical College, semicolon, and bracket 2.
Professor Dr. Saptarshi Chatterjee.
Professor Dr. Saptarshi Chatterjee,
He was posted as a MSVP of Bankura Sammelini Medical College.
who was previously posted as the medical superintendent and vice principal of the
Bankura
Bankura Medical College. The status report, which has been submitted by the state of West Bengal, indicates the following position in regard to the ongoing work at 28 medical colleges. 8 March ko A1 ko copy kar lo. As regards the status of the work at the RG Medical College, the status report is in the following terms, page 6 or 7 ko BB. Though the state has indicated that the remaining work would be completed within a time frame of 31 October 2024. The court has been assured that all work would be completed by 15 October 2024.
We will make all endeavors, some little thing will remain.
The state will make all endeavors to complete the work by 15 October 2024. To stop, the state shall positively ensure that work is completed by 15 October 2024.
It's not to push the point.
In RG Core, one moment.
If this irregularity has been going on for at least 2 decades, and if the individuals who have now been appointed have been associated with
My lord, can the state please
then the
finish?
fact that their previous employment was not with RG Core doesn't make a difference.
No, but
I know, but sometimes what happens is that merely because he was with RG Core 4 years back,
Should they at least
he may not be involved in anything at all if these are.
disclose whether the individuals had previous relationship with RG Core. Let them at least disclose.
My lord, but that is the most shocking part of it. Because 4 years back, my lord,
You know what? Sometimes you need a person who is conscious of that particular establishment also. If that person is otherwise free of taint, and today the government is bringing in somebody from outside, there's no reason for us to suspect that a person who was deliberately brought in with a taint.
Yes, my lord, we took instructions and we are told that immediately the doctors are not aware of any taint, but we will come back with specific instructions.
In RG Course College, Lord, regarding duty room, Lord, the tenders have matured, but we need the CBI's clearance, Lord, because of the crime.
Mr. Solicitor,
I'm sure, Lord,
they need your clearance for completing the work in the duty room, because you've lifted all the evidence now.
Whatever they were supposed not to do for first 5 days, Lord, they have done. Now, even if they do something more, we have no objection.
Anyway, you just communicated to them, that's all.
Yes,
That's all right.
aspect.
It is the CBI which has stopped us, Lord, so we need permission, otherwise we would have done it.
my lord, 4 years back, when this particular person was
We have more serious.
my lord, he was responsible for selling off babies. My lord, the matter is pending before the High Court.
This is unfair. This is unfair.
But it's not unfair.
Just 1 second.
I don't know from all these reports.
actually.
Let CBI investigate.
You can't
Who are you?
make 1 second.
No, I have the order sheet.
Just one
Where
second.
DNA
Who
was
is he?
conducted.
1 second.
Represent.
Just listen to us. You can't just throw an allegation like
Yes.
that across the bar.
Responsible.
On the next date of listing, you show us something to indicate.
My lord, I'll show the orders where the DNA was conducted
Right?
by the High Court.
Put it on the record.
I'll put it on record.
You can't just, otherwise
Four
we have to follow some order and
This is not
procedure in the
on record.
court.
I'll put it on
Nothing
record.
beyond-
Yeah. We'll immediately ask them to replace the
Lord,
order.
he should also tell us what is his locus, Lord, from where he is getting information. Lord.
But my argument, it was.
All right. Look, you put it on the record.
I'll put it-
And which party does he represent?
I have a submission.
Lord, may I have a very important request to make?
Correctly.
My learned friend said that all doctors have joined. Lord, they have joined, but only they are performing emergency work.
Oh, just a minute, below, this is
They
a
are-
false
one moment.
statement. It's a false statement,
All
and
right.
they've admitted it in their affidavit. Below,
Very
Ms. Indira Jaising,
Yes.
Senior Counsel appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, has made a solemn statement that pursuant to the hearing which took place in court on the last occasion, all doctors have rejoined their duties.
below, they were, the expression that I've used,
Responding to the statement of Mr. Rakesh Dwivedi,
They are not doing IPD and OPD.
second,
that learned senior counsel appearing on behalf of the state of West Bengal, that the doctors are not performing
IPD
the
and
IPD and OPD duties, Ms. Jaising assures the court that the doctors are performing all duties without exception.
including all essentials and emergency services, that may be recorded.
All duties-
No, Lord, because there's a dispute over the expression. The essential services are being performed.
You're not performing only essential service, right? You're performing all duties, we take it from you. You're
And they've admitted it in their own affidavit.
performing
No,
all
we
duties.
have said not IPD, OPD.
Look, this is part of the threat
Anyway,
culture.
I'm not accusing, Lord, I'm only
This is
praying with
part of
folded
the
hands.
civilization of the doctors, Lord.
So therefore, we have recorded your statement
It's
that
a
you are
puja.
performing all duties. So now abide by the statement.
These
And
Duties are performed by the senior doctors.
now, my lord, one,
Manoj, they've admitted it in the affidavit that the junior doctors have rejoined. So where is
this? Please show us the
they have.
para number.
You know it, to your knowledge, they have rejoined, to your knowledge.
Senior doctors.
Please show us.
Words can be seen, Manoj. What we have said.
A statement that they are willing, that they are ready, that they are doing all
No,
work.
they are not doing so.
They are-
Lord, please, this cannot be allowed. Let him file a separate application for
Para 17.
Affidavit.
Ms. Jai Singh, are you making a statement that you are performing IPD and OPD work?
Yes, here's my statement. Please record it as I say it. They are performing all essential and emergency
What is
services.
essential?
Let me finish.
COVID is
Essential
right.
services includes OPD. Essential
No, not
services
like-
do. 1 minute, my lord, they should know better than me. They are
Junior doctors are
doctors.
very important for
They
the
should
health
know better
system.
than me.
Hospitals
If
cannot.
according to you, you are performing all essential services.
Yes.
We record your statement which
That's right.
includes IPD and OPD.
OPD is part of essential services.
Right.
It's
Likewise,
I
inpatient
want it on
department.
record, my lord. I want it on record that they are performing emergency and essential services. That's the medical name. My lord, it's the medical name given to this service.
But will that mean that you will not render services to a child who comes in with a normal ailment during the term of the weather, but you will try and save the dying patient?
No, my lord, no. OPD falls within essential
Work
services.
in the hospital, which any
OPD
doctor.
falls within
Your
essential
lordship may say all
services. Not-
essential services including
Yes, sir.
IPD, OPD.
It's not the way. They have admitted that we are back at work.
No, we
If
have
you
not.
continue like this,
The main-
I will take no responsibility for one more strike.
Therefore, 1 second. Are you therefore, are you stating that you are performing all medical and essential work, including IPD and OPD work?
Because it's part of essential service. No, my lord, your lordship may record that. I don't want confusion.
But Ms. India has
You don't want to make any false
categorically-
statements in this court.
Categorically stated that all the doctors are and shall perform all medical and essential work, including
IPD.
IPD and OPD work.
Yes, I'm grateful.
My lords, in all of this, there have been 2 attacks on the 27th.